Hi everyone, this is Krista with Art Graphic Studio. Today I'm going to show you how to assemble the layered Shaker Christmas ornament. So let's get started. These are the components to the snowy scene Shaker ornament. I've got 4 dividers. This is for the back of it, for your sentiment, whatever you'd like to put on it. This is for the very back that you'll see from the front. Now this one and this one, I provided 2 of them because with these very delicate pieces, they need to have a little more strength. So I have made 2 of them that you can glue together. I have the acetate, the front, and the snowy scene, which will go here, and that will be glued to that. All right, let's get started. Now, one of the things that you want to think about is if you want to add any kind of enhancements. For example, if you want to add some glitter or some heat embossing to these, you want to do that before you start layering them. I might put something, either glitter or heat embossing on these to give you a little more snowy look. So let's have a look at that. And then what you want to do is you want to decide what order you want to put these in. Now, as I said, this is going to be my back. And so I'm going to have at least 1, maybe 2 of these to lift up off the back. And then I will put the trees on here. And then I will have this one, and that will lift off, and then maybe 1 more of these. And then I will put my deer on. And you can see that gives you some distance between those. And then maybe 1 more of these. Then my acetate will go on. Of course, I'll have the shaker bits in there before I put the acetate on. And then this will go on the front, and this will go on the back. But you can put it in any order you'd like. This is what I think would look best for my project. All right, then let's get started adding our adornments, and we'll see how it turns out. All right, one of the things that I have done is I've put a few little tiny dots of glue on this back panel and then sprinkled some glitter over it and let that dry. So now we can start putting that together. And we want to put 2 of these. So we'll go ahead and glue those on. And then we'll put the next one, which will be the trees. We want to make sure that we get plenty of glue around the edge because that's what we'll hold in the whatever we're going to use, the sequins or whatever we're going to use for the shaker. And here again, we want to line that up carefully. We're going to let that dry for a few minutes, and then we'll continue. Now I'm going to put this snowbank on. So I will glue that down. And we're going to let that dry. Now I'm going to put another blank Now you can cut as many of these as you want. Since this is an ornament, you can make it as thick as you'd like. So next I'm going to put on our little deer. So let's let that dry for just a few minutes. Now we're going to put our last blank on. Now if you'd like to, you can build it up even more by adding some more of these rings. Put more distance between your layers. We'll let that dry. Now before we put our acetate on, I have some dryer sheet and I'm just going to rub in here to keep the glitter that I'm going to be putting in here from sticking. And I'm also going to rub it on the acetate, anti-static. Of course, if you have an anti-static pad, you can use that too. Then whatever you're going to use for your shaker bits, I've got some little pieces of plastic that I actually had left over from another project that I did. Maybe a little bit more. See how that's going to do. That looks pretty good. So we will put the acetate on, but I believe I'm going to use, because glue doesn't always work real well with acetate, I'm going to use some tape. Now the last thing we're going to want to do is to put our outside, our trim on. And here again, because we're using acetate, we're going to want to use tape instead of glue. So I'll do that and then we'll be right back. All right, let's go ahead and put our okay, here we are. And then we will put our sentiment panel on the back. Then we'll put a little bow on it and we'll be done. And here we go. Here's our finished product.
Thanks for watching, and if you find this video useful, don't forget to click the like, subscribe, and notification bell to stay informed about more exciting projects. I appreciate you watching my video, and I will see you next time. If you're a Cricut Design Space user, you can access some of my shared projects by opening Cricut Design Space, and on the home screen, in the search bar, type Art, Graphics, Studio, and press Enter. Then scroll down to Community Members and click on Art Graphics Studio. There you'll find all of my shared projects.